real with y'all. We finna move. Where are we moving? Don't worry about it. But we finna move. So I guess this whole month, I'll just take y'all along the process with me moving. Because we finna move. I can't wait. But I will tell you this. After this month, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done with this. I'm not vlogging. I'm not doing it anymore. So let's just close out the month and let's have some fun. I'm kind of living in like a full circle moment in my life, which is obviously behind the scenes, and you guys don't know about it.
Hey y'all, it's Destiny, and it looks like Liv may have went to church. Now she does say in this live stream that she did go, but as I always say, you can't really believe anything she says. She could have watched a video about somebody else going to church and then just made it her own story. Who knows? And as hard as it was for her to explain exactly what she learned and what the pastor was talking about, it's starting to look like she didn't go at all. But I'm going to let y'all decide on that. She also said in this live stream that she will not be getting on here talking about her baby daddies. Y'all do know she has 3, so she said she won't be talking bad about them anymore. But every single time Liv says she's not going to do something, she turns around and does that exact same thing. And in this live, she also talked about how she spoke to somebody at the church, and they were telling her that she needs to forgive people that have done wrong to her. And my question was, Liv, did you tell that same lady all of the things that you have done to other people? So if you're ready to get into this live stream, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you are new, and don't forget to hit that post notification bell so you are notified every single time I post.
Platform for, I don't even know, I'll say like successfully since 2018. So it's been, wow, 7 years now. That's a long time. That's a long time. And a lot has gone down in 7 years. But I'm kind of living in like a full circle moment in my life, which is obviously behind the scenes, and you guys don't know about it, but obviously, but it ties in a lot to what I've gone through on this platform. Okay, I'll say that. And things in my personal life are better, so there's no reason why I'm not better on this platform. Does that make sense? And of course, you guys don't know of the things that are better. And if you did, it would make a lot more sense. But regardless, I'm better because of it. Say more.
If things were actually better in Liv's life, it would exude in every aspect of her life. We would see it online when she goes live, when she does videos. We would see the change. She's been the same person since Jerrod left her. The only thing she did different is have 2 more children by 2 different guys. That's the only thing that has changed in her life. Jerrod got his kids and he got out of there. But Liv has been the same person. But here she wants to convince people that her life offline is doing great. So having 2 fatherless children over there where you have to put one in daycare because he's too much for you, everything's going great, right?
I'm not gonna look at it as if it's worth it. I think that whatever you want to do in this life, excuse me, ma'am, she's trying to take my coffee cup. Whatever you want to do in this life, things come with that, you know? And just on social media, like whatever I've gone through has come with me being on social media. It is what it is. But I finally went to church, okay? Because you guys, last week, it was a really hard week. And then, you know, it was just, I had a hard couple days there for a second. Like, I had a hard couple days there. But I went to church yesterday, and oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. Like, literally, I was bawling. I want to cry. No. It was a really good experience, okay? And I was talking to somebody.
Let's all remember, Liv said she only wanted to go to church now because she thinks that God is going to send her a man through that church. That's the only reason she said she was going. But can you imagine being Liv, getting on here and saying your ex-best friend's children were essayed by her boyfriend? You said you had proof. You talk bad about the rest of the Mamiana gang. You continue to start all of this drama on this platform. But now you're on here as the victim and saying, it was just a hard week for me. I guess it was. Imagine being the worst possible person you could be. I'm sure that is probably hard.
I was talking to the lady that I was talking to, the one who helped me get into the church. And I was telling her the stuff I was going through, and just I was getting into depth with her about stuff. And she turns to me and she said, "Okay, I hear everything you're saying, but have you forgiven them? Have you taken up? Everything is changing. So much is going on. Have you taken the time to forgiven the people who have wronged you?" And I was like, "No." What? Forgiven them? No, I don't even know half these people who have tried to hurt me on social media. And
it's pretty clear that if Liv actually did go to church, she went in there and just lied about everything. She was the victim that she always is. And I'm pretty sure the lady did not say she needs to forgiven them. She probably said Liv needs to forgive them. But let's continue.
Right now we're talking about social media because I'm on social media. This is a platform that I'm on, okay? But I was like, no, the heck, I haven't. Why would I forgive them? They've done things unprovoked to me for no reason, and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, the first step.
See, this is the thing. Liv always does this. She says that people do things to her unprovoked. And that's why I feel like there's voices going on up there. There's probably a voice of Ming, Chrissy. She probably has her mom's voice in there. Maybe even her sister Raquel. The voices are speaking. Because there's no way that she could actually sit here and think that everybody just attacks her unprovoked. Let's take it back for a second. See, Liv got on here and started talking bad about the Mamiana gang, saying that she was better than them because, well, listen to this.
When it comes to making money, when it comes to elevating careers, when it comes to getting to the bag, whatever you want to say, it's like, that's me. That's why when I turned around, after all the beef, after all the commotion, after all everything, and I was like, look, I went out to those ladies that I've worked with before on this platform, and I was like, we can make this much money if we all put our heads together and we do this together. Because nobody wants to see y'all without me. Nobody wants to see none of that.
Now you see how this was very unprovoked? For some reason, Liv cannot get the other ladies, as she said, out of her head. They don't want anything to do with Liv, but she continues to speak about them.
But when you're not talking to other business-minded people, other people that are on the same wave, you feel me, are stuck on the same But that's what's up. I'm happy to see that girl elevating and doing her big one. I love it. I see so many influencers like moving on and doing bigger things, and they're creating the motion within themselves. They're not reaching out to bigger entities. They're just creating the motion by themselves. And eventually somebody will see that with big motion and pick that up. And that was my mindset. Like, that was my mindset with the whole thing, but I'm still motion by myself, baby. And I'm gonna make that motion elevate very soon. But that's why you have to surround yourself with people that have the vision. You know what I mean? You can't surround yourself with little-minded, small-minded people that want to do the same thing and not get anywhere doing the same shit. But anyway, other than that,
you see that? Unprovoked. Ming, Chrissy, or Jasmine, they were not talking about Liv. They didn't care about her. They want nothing to do with her. But for some reason, she has to talk about them and say they're small-minded, and she wanted to go back working with them, and they said no. And Liv always does stuff like this, and then she'll get on another live and say, why are you watching me? If you don't like what I say, then don't watch me. Who cares what I say?
I don't understand why people are not used to this mouth. How long have I been on YouTube saying exactly what the fuck I want to say? When exactly I want to say it? Why are people not ignoring me? I'm going to continue to say what I want to say, when I want to say it. You just don't like it.
So inevitably, Liv can do whatever she wants to do, but everybody else is the problem.
For healing and for getting through something is you have to forgive the people who have wronged you or tried to wrong you, tried to come against you. And it's very true. It is very true. You know, how can I expect to move forward without like fixing this thing right here? Like, it's like a ball of energy, and it's so negative, and it's so ugly, and it's so destructive, and it's so nasty, and I just...
Yes, a ball of destructive energy that's negative. Liv just has to understand this is who she is.
Keep feeding into it, and it keeps feeding back into me, and it's like, it's just like an ongoing thing. And it's like, I have to take this ball and I have to like crush it. Like, I have to get rid of it in order for me, myself, not anybody else. People can do whatever they want to do, and they're going to. But for me to move forward on social media, just giving out the love and the light that I intend to give, it doesn't always come across that way because, once again, okay? Once again, uh-oh. Ew, we got boogies. Boogies. We got boogies. We got boogies. Give me the boogies. Give me the boogies. Give them to me.
Yes, Kailani is sick. Liv said that AJ got sick and then he brought it home to her and Kailani.
Give me those boogies. And it's the truth. The more you feed into something, the bigger it gets. The bigger it gets. The bigger it gets. And over the years, I fed into the negativity. I did. I'm not gonna say I'm normal because that's not normal. I'm me, and that's what I did. Okay. But I don't want to do that anymore, regardless of who tries to do whatever they try to do to me.
So I'm guessing the church that Liv supposedly went to didn't talk to her about taking responsibility for what she has done to other people, what she's still doing to other people. Did that church talk to her about lying being a problem? Hopefully that'll be next Sunday.
That's their problem. That's their issues. That's something that they have to live with and work through. And it has absolutely oh, here's my card. What the heck? I was looking for you. What a person does to you, says about you, has absolutely nothing to do with you. How you react to it, what you say, how you treat people moving forward, that is what speaks volumes about who you are as a person.
I have to disagree with Liv on this one. In her case, what people say about her is actually the truth. She's the one over there lying about her whole life, making it seem like things are going great behind the scenes. Jerrod's the worst baby daddy. He takes care of his kids, but he's the worst. But the two baby daddies who have never laid eyes on their children ever, oh, they're the greatest. People that talk about Liv and talk about what she's done and what she's doing and what she says, they're telling the truth. Everybody that was on here saying that AJ was Zolo's son before anybody even saw him on this internet, they were telling the truth. Liv was lying. So in my opinion, I think Liv needs to listen to other people when they're telling her about herself, because it's true.
And I've told you guys this before, you know, the reason I come back, the reason I do things and then I come back and I have remorse in my heart is because that is the baseline of who I am. I am a remorseful, empathetic, loving person. But a lot of this negativity, it makes me very, very deep down. Like, it's kind of like turned my heart black, in a sense. Like, it's turned me so cold against.
As usual, it's everything and everyone doing things to her. It's everything and everyone turning her heart and doing this to her. This is an example of somebody who does not take responsibility for their actions, for their words, for everything that they've done. She's not taking responsibility. It's people doing to her.
Against the internet, and like where this was once fun, a creative space, a fun thing for me to do, it turned into, you know, a hurtful, hateful place. Okay?
Well, if this YouTube was a hurtful, hateful place, how come there's other creators on here doing so well, getting so much support and love? Liv is the one responsible for what this channel has become. It's nobody else's fault but hers. She decided to get on here and cuss people out all the time. She decided to get on here and show us so many different men we can't even count. She decided to show her being pregnant by somebody else and was married to another man. Everything that she has done on this internet is because she chose to do it. Let's take some responsibility.
And that's important to me because I have to go back to the first reason why I even started doing this. I started doing social media because I like to do it. It was an expressive thing for me. It was a fun thing for me, and it just turned out that I was really freaking good at it. So that was just a bonus. You know what I mean? But what happened?
Well, I have to admit, I do think one of Liv's personalities is actually good at social media. I do think she has some talents that other people would love to see. The problem is that personality rarely comes out. People actually used to love watching Liv. They loved her channel, they loved the children, they used to love her personality. But that personality has not been seen for years.
Very emotional, and it was so good. I had so much fun. I think AJ enjoyed it. It was just so positive, you know? In such a dark time, it was so positive and uplifting to be around good people with the same interest, you know, and that's the Lord. And let me read your comments.
We're still waiting to see what Liv actually learned from church.
No, I don't agree with you, Lynn. I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I'm sorry. I can take full responsibility in every single part that I've played, but as far as saying that nobody played a part back, that's straight gaslighting. That's what that is. And we're not gonna do that. But yes, I've played a part in the negativity, and that's what I'm taking responsibility for, and that's what I always will take responsibility for my doing. But at the same time, we're not gonna act like, but not acknowledging other people's hurt and pain that they've contributed to the pot is straight delusion and gaslighting, and we're not going to do that, because then that leaves me in a space of really thinking, or really just it's just not reality. It's an alternate reality, and it's not the truth. You know what I mean? So we're going to base things off the truth, and the truth is everybody played a part in the negativity that I have become. Everybody, very much including myself.
Imagine that, y'all. That is Liv taking responsibility, saying that the person she has become is because of everybody else and herself. That is how Liv takes responsibility. Throw everybody else under the bus and maybe get under there a little bit herself. Taking responsibility is not blaming other people. Hopefully they teach that next Sunday as well.
You know? But, well, not everybody, but you know, the people who have been negative played a part in it. So it is what it is, and that's fine. Like I said, nobody has to come up here and say, Olivia, I'm sorry, I did this and this. No, not at all. People realize things on their own time, and maybe some people will never realize it and always think that they're justified in the actions that they take. You know what I mean? But for me, in order for my growth, I have to take responsibility for my own actions so I could do better. You know, that's all there is to it. I mean, you can sit there and play delusion all you want, but it's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you to the next phase of your life. And that's just all there is to it. But as far as like personal issues off of this platform, I'm talking about my issues with my platform, and that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about anything off of the internet or anything in real life or anything like that. You know,
Now I'm confused, because how are we not talking about her real life when she's the one that is supposed to get on here and talk about her real life? That's her content. Her content is supposed to be what she's doing every day, who she's fighting with, obviously, her baby daddies, her children. But it sounds like Liv is just trying to make it seem like her life outside of the internet is doing great. And her only problem is on the internet.
That stuff will get handled how that stuff needs to get handled off the internet. You know what I mean? The way that everything should have stayed in the beginning, off of the internet.
Now, I am so glad Liv said this. Do y'all remember how this whole thing with My Jazzy Life started? Well, Liv was apparently hearing voices again, and one of them must have been My Jazzy Life. Because Liv got on here and did a live and said that Jasmine needs to stop talking about her behind the scenes, meaning off the internet. So Jasmine's voice, or I guess Jasmine, in Liv's head, was telling Liv that she was talking about her and talking about her children or whatever. And Liv decided to get on here and do a live stream and say that Jasmine needs to stop doing that. So question, why didn't Liv keep this off the internet?
The thing I don't like, and let's segue into the next topic. The thing I don't like is bitches who throw rocks and hide their hands. You know, the scary ass bitches in the back. You know, the bitches who try to act like me because they don't have no identity. Them bitches, yeah, shut up. Anyway, let me be nice. I don't want to make a bitch cry today, but I'm telling you right now, and I'm gonna try not to cuss. Females are treading, however you say it, a thin line, and they better stay on the other side of that fucking line. And I just said I was gonna cuss, because I'm a bomb that you don't want to go off. Because I'll go off, and I'll go all the way off. So don't play with me. I should have been went off on your slow ass. Oh, okay, anyway. Back to the live. I'm sorry, y'all. But that's what I don't like. I don't like a bitch that, you know, a scary ass hoe. I hate scary hoes. Okay, if you gotta say something, say it with your chest. If not, shut up. Tread lightly. Oh, okay. Tread lightly. It's annoying as hell. Bitches always want to feel important. Like, go. People just need to hush and they need to leave me alone. Because like I said, I'm not the one to be played with. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I'm not the one you want to play with. I'm not the. You don't want to go there with me. Because when I go there, I go there. I go there. You know where I go. So stop playing with me. And I don't really, you know, I be feeling bad for bitches. So just leave me alone. People know why I got a freaking problem with them. People know what they did, what they still do, what they always gonna do because they're scary. They're scary. You know, a scary bitch is always gonna go behind the scenes and do their dirty work and have other people do their dirty work. A scary bitch can never just come out and be like, "What's up, ho?" Like a scary bitch can never do that. Never. I mean, they could if it was like up against a weaker bitch. You feel me? And that's not what I'm doing because this bitch definitely is weaker than me. But I'm not doing that. In this scenario, I'm just like, I'm sick of it. You know what I mean? Who want to talk about me behind the scenes and try to think they telling somebody's business, but really they ain't telling shit because they don't know no business. Big dodo bird. Just dumb. Just slow. Like I said, I could go there. I could go there. I could really go there. I could really go there. And you know I could go there. And I know you're watching. So hush. Don't try to be cute. Don't do that. You can do that with them other bitches. Don't do that with me. You know better. You better keep that shit all behind the scenes. Or just shut up. You know who you are. Shut the fuck up. What I needed to say, but here you are spreading lies and bullshit and playing with me on my top. And you got these other nothing ass bitches doing it with you. Like I said, having other females fight your fucking battles. I was one of the dumbass bitches who did it too. There's people out here that are so manipulative and they be acting like they're so innocent and they're so manipulative and shady and like I said, they throw rocks and they hide their hands and they get other people to fight their battles. They get people who feel bad for them to fight their battles. Thank you, love. For going to church. You felt the Holy Spirit, and that's a beautiful, amazing feeling. Yes, definitely. Definitely. And that's just, I've said this lots of times before, you guys. Like, my platform is not for, it's not intended. It's not intended to spew negativity. That was never the intention. That's not why I got on here. That's not, even now, like, even with the negativity that I've brought, I still am not sitting here like, yes, we're just going to continue with the negativity. No. You know, another thing that I was.
Does it really matter what her intentions were, or does it matter more what her actions are?
Went over in church yesterday, which, oh my gosh, you guys, the way that the pastor said this, I was like, oh my God, like, what? Like, oh my gosh. Even thinking about it, like, it's like, oh my gosh. Like, how can we be as great as an energy as him? Like, how could we ever be as amazing as him? Like, the sacrifice and the love.
So as I said, yes, Liv is struggling. She's acting like she's about to cry, but she's really just trying to remember what she heard.
That must have took a lot. That must have took a lot, honey. Because what was said was, and I'm starting to read the Bible now. Like, I've started, but I'm not like a pro at it. I don't know my Proverbs. I don't know this and that. I don't know everything by heart. Like, I'm sure a lot of you guys do. But that's why when the pastor was saying all this, I was just like.
Now, it's pretty clear that Liv's religion is Christianity, and I believe Stella's religion is probably Christianity as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. But Liv just said that she's starting to read the Bible now. This is what Stella had to say about Jerrod needing to.
And Jerrod, pick up a Bible and start studying about the Lord.
Yeah.
Okay? You really, really need it.
Mm-hmm. Mama, yeah, put the beer down and grab the Bible.
The Lord could help you solve a lot of these problems you're having.
Yeah. And stop drinking. You know, the belly.
Yeah, throw away the alcohol. It's poison. You know, you want to be around for your kids, and you want to be a good example to your kids. So, you know, pay attention. If I ever said anything to help you, it's pick up the Bible and start reading, dude. He needs to repent, and he needs to
AJ, give that to me.
give up his sins, and he needs to get good with the Lord. He needs to start talking to the Lord.
That's not gonna happen.
So I just find it funny that Stella can sit there and tell Jerrod what he needs to do, and he needs to go to church, and he needs to read the Bible, he needs to stop lying. But you're sitting there with your daughter who clearly knows nothing about the Bible. Has Stella ever read Bible passages or scriptures or anything with her daughter? Has she had any type of Bible study with her own daughter? Stella is too worried about what Jerrod believes and doesn't realize her own daughter is lost. This is more insight into why Liv is the person that she is today. Instead of Stella taking responsibility for how Liv turned out, she's going to blame everybody else.
How can we demonstrate love if every single time we're met with negativity, we give negativity back? And then they said something like, do you think when negativity or pain or anything was brought to God, like, do you think that he met people? Here you go.
Like I said, Liv is struggling to understand what was said, but it does make sense. Clearly, Liv is hearing all of this for the first time. So all those times when she got on here and say,
He's still working on me, but I feel like he's also showing me, look, Liv, I got you, baby. I know you had to go through that little hurricane, but look,
Me some hurricane?
I got you.
she really has no idea what she's talking about.
How can you demonstrate love if you're always fighting fire with fire? In a sense, I'm gonna say that. What did she say? She said, when God met people, or, you know, when he came in contact with people, do you think that he, you know, ever spit fire back at fire? Like, no, he showed people nothing but love. Ugh, I'm gonna cry. He showed people nothing but love. And as a matter of fact, when he would wash people's feet. And I was like, what? Like, the love.
So you're telling me that Liv didn't even know Jesus washed people's feet? So it's pretty clear that every single thing that Liv knows about God is just what she gets online. And she says she's never read the Bible herself. She doesn't understand it. The way that Liv gets on here and talks about how God doesn't play about her and all these things, she doesn't even know what God did.
I went and this got delivered today. I asked you guys on Instagram what Bible this was suggested, and I'm gonna read this. The love, the sacrifice that it takes to show that love, you know. And another thing is, what did she say? She said that your feelings are valid, but your feelings can lead you astray, you know. Meaning, like, don't always act out on your feelings, because your feelings are temporary, you know. Your feelings can lead you astray. And yeah, it's just, that's how I feel like I've done myself, you know. I always acted out. I'm a Cancer. Not that that matters, but I'm a very, like, emotional person.
One thing Liv is going to do is tell everybody that she's a Cancer, she's emotional, and that's why she acts the way she does. In my opinion, this is just another excuse for Liv to act the way she does. She thinks that because she's a Cancer, she can treat people wrong and lie on them and talk bad about them and get them arrested.
But yeah, like I said in my other life, though, I'm gonna keep saying what I want to say about whomever I want to say it about.
Let me tie it up.
Okay, I need a thingy. And that's just gonna be that on that. So I was ready to call it quits. So I'm like, you know what? If it's like this, like, I don't even need to do it, because of course, you guys, I broke down last week. Like, the negativity got so deep, I literally broke down. And when's the last time y'all seen me actually break down because of internet stuff? Like, but that's how much negativity I've been holding. Like, I've just been holding on to it because
It's crazy that Liv doesn't even understand that this is a cycle for her. She cusses people out. She becomes the victim. She cries. Then she's doing what she's doing right now, acting like she's changed. And the cycle starts over again.
It's like, I don't know, but it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary for me to hold on to all these burdens and all this hurt and pain because other people want to put that on me. It's not right. You know, it's not right for me to do that to myself. And even me stopping social media, like, why would I stop social media? Because of how other people feel about me. That makes no sense. Like,
Liv has got on here multiple times saying she's going to quit YouTube, she's going to quit social media. Just back in November and December, she said she was not going to be going live or doing vlogs in the new year. This woman is always lying about quitting. I don't know why anybody would believe it now.
you have to get right with yourself. This is what I told myself. I was like, you have to get right with yourself and you have to get back. You have to get back to what makes you happy, not the negativity. Yes, I'm good at the negativity, girl. We all know that, okay? Liv can keep it going for years, you know what I mean? But it's like, first of all,
she has continued this beef, this drama for years by herself. Nobody else is trying to be cool with her. Nobody else is trying to beef with her. She starts all the drama.
oh, what does that do? Number one. And number two, how does it make me feel? And I told one of the girls that was on my panel last week, I told her, I lost my passion for social media a long time ago. A long time ago, I lost my passion. I had such a deep passion for this. And when it got negative, I didn't care anymore. I was like, okay, well, this is what it's going to be, then it's going to be. This is what's going to be, you know what I mean? But it doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be that, you know? And I got this beautiful message from this lady on TikTok.
Once again, Liv said it got negative instead of saying that she got negative. Her content changed. She decided to get on here with a fake video acting like she got her GED. She had her kids and her husband acting like she went and walked across a stage and got her GED. Liv is the one that started with the lies and the negative. She's the one that got on here and started talking bad about her ex-husband. She's the one that got on here and decided to cut off all her daughter's hair. People were upset about that. So it didn't get negative, she got negative.
You're watching this or you watch this later on, I want to tell you thank you so much because your words meant so much to me. She was basically telling me, like, it's never too late to rewrite your story. Like, it's never too late to rewrite the narrative, and, you know, when you wake up tomorrow, it could all be different. And that was so sweet of her to say. That was so sweet of her to say. You guys don't know, like, how much your sweet messages and comments mean. So, reset. We're resetting, and I'm gonna stay my butt in church, okay? I'm going back to Sunday because this is definitely the positivity that I needed in my life. And like I said, you guys, seriously, for real, in my personal life, with my personal relationships with people, things are getting better. And maybe that's why other things are going bad, because like,
her personal relationships with other people are going better, but that's why the negative is happening. Liv is trying so hard to make us believe that her relationships with these 3 baby daddies is going great.
the personal stuff is getting so much better, but either way, I need to, like, keep myself on a good note, on a positive note.
You know what would be positive? Getting on the floor and helping Kailani learn how to walk. She has AJ in daycare all day, but Kailani is still not walking unassisted. She is a stay-at-home mom. She should be over there with flashcards with Kailani, teaching her colors, numbers, teaching her how to speak. That would be very positive, but Liv can't do that.
It's much less energy to be kind. Yeah, it is, Karen. And believe it or not, you guys, this is another thing the lady was talking to me about. She was like, if people are trying to hurt you, Olivia, it's because they're already in such a dark place. So they want to hurt you to get you to that place, or whatever the case may be. And I actually feel really bad for people who come against me for absolutely no reason. And I wish so bad that I could reach out and, like, help you guys, you know, regardless of the type of person I've been or the things that I've said. Like, that was just out of hurt and pain, you know?
Once again, she's making excuses. People shouldn't come and attack her for no reason, regardless of what she said. So if they're attacking Liv for what she said and what she did, how is it for no reason? If people are attacking Liv because she talks about people's deceased children, that's not for no reason. If people are attacking Liv for talking about Jerrod's deceased grandmother, that's not for no reason.
What's your baby's name? Oh, poor little thing. He's slow as all outdoors. Poor little baby. And you did it to him too, Kels. You did that to him. You did that to your own baby. That's so sad. That's probably why you hate me the most, because I be telling women not to get vaccinated. And you know deep in your heart, you made your son slow. He wasn't even born like that. You made him like that. She talks about my baby daddy. She talks about she's nasty about it too. She real nasty. But it makes sense that she's nasty because she's mad. She's mad that I have beautiful, healthy babies and she has slow returns. Oh shit, I might go to hell for that one. Back to what I was saying. The facts. Kels, all your kids are slow. So, you're pregnant with one right now, right? And honestly, I would do my best to keep that one from receiving the karma that the other two received. Or is it 3? I don't know, bitch, but whatever kids that you birth are all slow. So, instead of coming on here and talking about me and my healthy kids and my healthy baby daddies and their sperm, worry about you and your ugly mug. Lynn, I'm sorry, baby. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I don't care. I'm not talking about you and I'm not talking about your grandma. I'm talking about that bitch and her fucking dead-ass grandma. That's what I'm talking about.
All my kids bring me so much joy and love. And when I say that my kids are like my greatest blessings from God, it's the truth, you know? Because I'm sure every woman out there feels that way. But it's like, I'm just so grateful for my babies. My babies literally are just everything in this world that I need, you know?
If that is true, then how about Liv puts more time and attention into the children? Kailani needs practice walking. She needs to learn how to speak and ask for things. She needs to teach AJ not to bully the baby and hurt her.
Enough evidence to charge her, and they did. Nope. And she's coming on here saying I made false claims. Don't do that. I made false. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that part. Hold on, you guys. Let me put him in bed. My chick is so funny because she is so pressed about me, and girl would never come on my panel because she's a scared ass bitch.
Okay, you're 34 years old.
Sure
you're
am.
the same age. You have on a Hello Kitty shirt. I think Hello Kitty is super cute. You should wear a Hello Kitty shirt. 2020. The Galentine. You fully loaded and locked up like you had a room full of real bitches. Like you was looking for a fight with no. Is that what she did with the red hair? Yeah, the red hair, the robe. The whole thing, you put a whole outfit on to get online for a bunch of women. A whole outfit. It should be like Galentine's, like all 5, 15. You don't have a whole race. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Where was the Galentine? Where did the Galentine?
Robin, Christian, and Ryan need to be supported and loved in what they do. Take more time with your kids. Spend time with them. Go see them. Bring them lunch to their school. Take their siblings up there. Liv wants us to believe that her kids mean so much to her, but she doesn't treat them that way. She said that she just likes having them all with her so she can look in the room and look at them. She doesn't want to teach them anything. She doesn't want to take them anywhere. Let's start with that. Support them. Love them no matter what. No matter your feelings on who is taking care of them, go see them. Go support them. Show them that you care about them. Take your feelings out of the situation.
She's just talking away. Like, I looked at Kailani last night. Kailani and I were up last night late. She was just talking away. Kailani is so funny, you guys. This baby has the best personality ever. But like, we were talking and we were just hanging out. AJ was knocked out. And I just looked at her and I was like, you know what? It's like, no matter what, like, I'm so grateful that I met her father and we had her. Like, I'm so grateful for that. Like, all my babies.
The fact that she said we had her when she was in the hospital by herself having her, maybe this year Liv will actually explain who Kailani's real father is. Mr. Phone Daddy is a deadbeat, or he's not even her father at all.
That's why I can never, from like, and I've been feeling like this for a while, but like seriously, like I could never, moving forward, you guys, and you're never gonna hear me talk bad about any of my kids' fathers, because honestly, it's like every single one of these men gave me the greatest gift in life, the greatest gift, and that was my babies. So how can I talk bad about them? How can I feel negatively? Yes, they've done earthly things that are wrong, or they've hurt me, or whatever the case may be. But it's like, deep down, like, how can I ever...
So I guess we're supposed to believe that Liv will never talk bad about Jerrod, Zolo, or Casper ever again. She was just laid up with another man with Kailani in the bed who said that he is better than Kailani's father. Didn't he say something like that? I'll believe it when I see it. There's no way she will stop talking bad about these men.
You know? Oh, Alice, that's beautiful. AJ's at school, you guys. He's in daycare. He's so happy to be there, okay? I've gotten so many pictures of him eating his lunch. He was painting today. He was having a great day. He was having a really good day. He actually missed most of Friday. I had to pick him up because I said he got sick. I think because it was so cold last week. He just got sick. And yeah. Oh, and that's another thing. Let me say this. These lives are not going to be, I'm not going to go live so much anymore, you guys. Because
I'll believe it when I see it. She also said she wouldn't be going live or doing vlogs or even doing YouTube in 2025.
This is not how I started my channel. I want to, even if I have to force myself to do the things that I used to do, to find the love in it again, that's what I have to do. So it's like I've been forcing myself to vlog. So I have a couple vlogs that I need to post, and I'm going to post those. I'm going to post a vlog later today, maybe, or tomorrow, but I'm getting back to vlogging, and that's what you guys will see more of. So yeah, not so much lives, because
Let's be real, y'all. These vlogs and Liv, it's not gonna last. Let's just be honest. Liv is very lazy. She's a very lazy person. She lays in bed all day. The children wear the same clothes for days in a row. This is why she's so successful at doing lives, because she can just turn it on and have it running.
They don't work. They don't work. And I think I need to force myself to do what I used to do. That way I can, find the joy in what I used to do. People are gonna do what they're gonna do, and it is what it is. Like I said, what other people do have nothing to do with you, okay? They'll try to make excuses on why they're doing what they're doing to justify their actions. So it's easier to be like, oh, I'm doing this because she's such a horrible person, but really they're doing the things that they're doing because they're in a bad place in their life. Because if that was the case, I could still stay on here and spew all the negativity in the world and be the most negative person and wish pain and suffering on everybody, because
which is exactly what Liv does every day. It's crazy how Liv can talk about herself not realizing she's talking about herself. Maybe this is one of the other personalities.
That's what I receive, you know what I mean? So I could use that as an excuse as well, but instead, I want to be a better person for myself and for my kids, okay? So yeah.
She wants to be a better person. Not that she's going to do that, she's going to work on that. She just wants it. Let's talk about that goal board. What happened to that? AJ is still not potty trained.
Okay, so lose 20 more pounds, okay? That's what I want to do. Just 20 more pounds, honey. Period. But fully potty train AJ. Okay, fully potty train AJ. Oh my God. I want to get closer to God. Okay, I have 48 more days. No, but for real, I do. Stop. Yeah, I want to be more consistent. Let me put that. I do want to be more consistent on social media. So, because not only YouTube, I want to be more consistent on TikTok. Why are you bringing diapers over here? Go put those back. Let's do coffee and Bible study with Liv once a week. Really? You want to do that? I think that would be cool. But that would be actually really cool. Maybe we could do that. Yeah, and I just think that would just keep us all like on a good page with each other, you know? Hey Nana, hey beautiful.
I'm not understanding why anybody would want to do Bible study with a woman who clearly has never read the Bible and doesn't understand it. What are y'all going to get out of that Bible study? Liv needs to do Bible study with somebody that actually understands the Bible. She doesn't need to be directing anything.
I want to be the lady that I was talking to in church. She was there with her kids. And like her kids were so beautiful and respectful, and like they were all into it. And like, in order for us to set an example, we have to show what we want our kids to be. What we're like. I want my kids to be in the church. You know, I want them to be super good people. So I cannot be out here being a negative, nasty person. I just can't. And like I said, even if you guys are so hurtful and mean and nasty towards me, I still have to love you guys. And that's hard. That's really hard, but
it's crazy how Liv is so worried about what people on the internet are saying about her. You would think she'd be more worried about what the people that actually know her in real life, have met her, have sat down with her, have heard her speak. You would think she would care more about what they think. People in her real life have gotten on YouTube and talked about her. That's what she needs to be worried about.
That's the godly thing to do. That's the godly right thing to do. And most of all, it's like that's how I will feel more comfortable with myself if I stay in like a godly presence. You know what I mean?
You know what would be the right thing to do? Apologize for stealing your friend's purse. Her ex-friend Misha went to small claims court about this purse, and guess who didn't show up? Liv. Liv has many examples in her real life where she can right some of these wrongs, but she's not going to do that. She's too worried about the internet and what people think about her on the internet. Like I said, people in your real life, you have hurt. Get that right.
If I do things the right way. Because like I said, you guys, I am a very remorseful person, and I feel bad after the fact. And I don't know why I'm like that, but that's just how I am. And that's how I've always been. And even if I'm mean to somebody who's mean to me, I always feel bad. I'm like, damn, like I shouldn't have said that. That was mean. Like that was actually really mean of me to say. I make excuses for it because I'm like, well, oh well, they're mean to me. They talk about me. They hurt me. They try to do this to me. So it's like I make an excuse for why I'm being that way. But
you know what's funny though? I heard that the only reason Liv's channel blew up the first time was because she was talking bad about Strong Mommy Chrissy. Now, I wasn't watching back then, so I have no idea. But that's just what I heard. She got on here and started talking bad about Chrissy, saying that she had a fake pregnancy test or something. She made a whole video talking bad about her. That's just another example of what Liv does unprovoked. So for her to continue to say that she's just mean to people because they're mean to her. No, she starts with people and then becomes the victim.
You know, I didn't come out here gossiping with a gossiping heart, with a hateful tip. I literally only talked about a chick because I saw a fake ass Amazon pregnancy test, and I said, bitch, that's a fake ass Amazon pregnancy test. Did y'all see that? That's all I fucking said. And then she didn't like that, and then she came back, beef with me, and it was a beef. It was a beef since then, okay? But is that how I want my kids to be? No, I don't want them to be like that. I don't want this baby to be like that. I want her to be a beautiful soul inside and out, no matter what she goes through. I want her to be a sweetheart. I want her to be loving and forgiving and understanding. And I want her to live godly. You know what I mean? Because what's the other option? What's the other option?
Well, I guess the other option is ending up like Liv. And I definitely do not want that for Kailani. Or any of those children.
No, I don't want that for my babies. Ooh, like I was saying, I'm going to go back to Kailani. No, I'm not with her dad. No, we're not together. We'll probably never be together. But there's a reason why I met him. So I can have this beautiful little angel baby by my side, and I can take care of her, and she can take care of me, and we can love each other. You know?
She just said that she can take care of Kailani and Kailani can take care of her. So there's clearly no plans of her actual father being around ever.
So grateful for him. I'm so grateful for him. And it's for all my babies, all my kids.
One thing about it, if Liv wants to be a good example for her children, it's not about getting on here speaking about how you want to be positive, how you want to do better. It's just doing it. Stop blaming other people for what you do. She is an adult. She is in control of her own actions. And if Liv actually has a mental health issue going on, get on some medicine, go speak to somebody, a professional, do something about that. But for some reason, that is something Liv is not willing to do. But y'all gotta let me know what you think about the situation. It looks like the cycle is continuing. Liv is now the victim. She's the one that people are attacking. But it's only a matter of time she will be back on here cussing everybody out. Do you think she will actually stop talking bad about any of her exes? And will Casper ever be a real father? And as far as Zolo, I don't think he's interested. AJ is going to be 3. Will Zolo show up for his birthday? Just let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will definitely see you in the next one.
We talked about racism. Y'all still improve shit. We talked about mental health. You know? I feel like my voice in the conversation is very important because I'm the one that's gonna say, stop being a fucking victim. You know, you're gonna have all these motherfuckers tell you, oh, poor baby. And I'm gonna say, bitch, get the fuck up and let's go. Okay? Shut the fuck up and let's go. I don't give a fuck how you're a victim. I don't give a fuck what was done to you. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. I don't care about the fact that you're black and nobody likes you. I don't give a fuck about none of that. What are you gonna do to make your circumstances better? How are you gonna fight against the bullshit? How are you gonna make a difference in your own life? What are you gonna do? Fuck what they do. Because what they do don't fucking matter. Y'all are gonna come to a point where you realize that what another person does not affect you, define you, nor motivate you, nor do shit for you, bitch. It doesn't do shit for you.